Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. Welcome back to Vlogmas. Obviously, we are in a different setting because Sherri, we are not at home, are we?
We are not. We are in Florida.
We are at Sarah, Auburn, and Emma's home filming this Vlogmas video. And recently we asked you guys over on Instagram, what Christmas, holiday, or Vlogmas questions do you want us to answer? So today we're doing a Vlogmas Q&A. Now, Sherri, I have a little bit of an advantage here.
Because I have not seen any of these questions.
Sherri has no idea what in the world we're going to ask. And here's what I want to say at first. Every single year, I think, haven't we answered all of the questions? Haven't we answered all of the Vlogmas holiday questions? And you guys always come up with new questions.
Yeah.
And it kind of surprises me. So we have a number of questions here, and we're just going to get into it.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
This first question is from our friend Cam, and this actually, I want to start with my favorite question.
Okay.
This is a really good question. And it might take some thought, so if you want me to go first, I will.
Okay.
The question is, if you could have every person in the world receive one gift that is valued at $15 or less, what would it be?
Whoa.
Do you have an instant answer?
No.
I do.
Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
The book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. I've talked about this book before on our channel. I bought it last year, I think in 2020 or earlier this year. It is a simple book. It is a short, easy read. I have probably read it 10 times. It is my go-to when I'm feeling crappy or down or like I have a loss of purpose or I just need to be reminded about why the world doesn't suck.
No.
And it is so good and inspiring and hopeful and kind and just like, it is the kind of thing that if I could have every person read that book, I genuinely believe the world would be a better place. In fact, I bought extra copies and we just like give them out.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Stack at home.
And so to me, I will say, I actually went on Amazon to make sure that it was less than $15, $14.99.
Oh, all
so
right.
perfect. I'm actually going to put a link down below in the video description because I so believe in this book. It is an easy read. It is beautifully illustrated, and it's just the kind of thing that is just like a breath for the soul, is how I describe it.
Okay.
So Sherri, one gift, everybody below $15.
This is why we usually give me the questions ahead of time because I'm a chronic overthinker.
That's true.
So my brain immediately goes to some kind of food or water because there's so much of the world that doesn't really have access to that. But I don't have a specific
You guys.
answer to that, but
Just $15 in food or water. Wow. Dang, what's up, Christmas spirit? I'm so impressed by that. You guys are such a better person than I am. I'm like, a book. Sherri's like, oh, I don't know, food and water? Gosh. All right, next question. You ready? It gets easier from here.
Okay.
Okay? Wrapping paper or gift bags?
Wrapping paper.
Ooh. Okay, you didn't even hesitate.
No, I love wrapping gifts.
I think it was last year, we did a video where Sherri showed you how she wraps gifts.
Yeah.
I will try to find it and link it down below. For me,
Or we could do another one.
or maybe we will, we'll see. For me, I actually don't mind wrapping gifts, but I love the convenience of a gift bag. Like, what's up in the bag? Like one piece of tissue paper covers it up. Boom, good to go. Hidden. I love that. So we are a little bit split on that one.
Right.
Next one, peppermint or gingerbread?
Peppermint.
Okay.
I do like gingerbread, but I feel like with gingerbread, it can, if it's made, depending on how it's made, because it can be super cinnamony, it can be super gingery, and I don't really like either one of those in like vast quantities, and so
You're not a big cinnamon fan in general, really.
Not really.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for peppermint.
I'm gonna go peppermint as well. And if you watch our Starbucks video we did recently, one of the things that we said in there, and I just so believe this is true, is that peppermint is just, when you have a drink of a peppermint hot chocolate or a peppermint mocha, it is instantly winter. I don't care if it's 110 degrees outside, peppermint mocha, like the snow is falling.
Because it's chilly and it's,
it's perfect.
It's got like that cooling, so it just feels cold.
I'm also not a huge, I feel like I just crap on all the Christmas cookies. Like sugar cookies, but like gingerbread cookies to me, I just don't really enjoy. Like I'll have one. I can't imagine having more than one gingerbread cookie.
I would agree with that.
And I've never had the desire, like when we're painting a gingerbread house, to be like, oh, I wish I could eat this. No, never.
Just the frosting.
Yeah, that's just a spoonful of frosting. All right, next one.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
Okay, I'm a little surprised. Why?
Because I like the anticipation of Christmas Day.
Oh, so you like Christmas Eve because of what you're looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. There's so much unknown, and there's so much excitement for what's happening on Christmas Day. And Christmas Day, I feel like for us, it's usually pretty chill, but it's also just like, oh, it's done now.
So I kind of feel like maybe we answered this question before. I don't remember. For me, it's Christmas Day because for so long I worked on staff at a church, and Christmas Eve was just like a crazy hectic work day that I just wanted to be over. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be done. So Christmas Day to me was always like the day of kind of rest. It was like the breath after the storm in a lot of ways.
Because you start planning for Christmas in like
months ahead of time. Yeah, months ahead of time. So to me, Christmas Day, I will say my favorite moment on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day happens on Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. It's at church. And we're starting to sing Silent Night. Yeah. And the candles, the lights go out. And the candles are being lit and spread. And the only light in the room is just like these hundreds or thousands, depending on, of candles in the room. And to me, it's just like, that's always been one of my very favorite traditions and the moment that I love the most. Yeah. Oh, so beautiful. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Big light bulbs or little light bulbs?
Are we talking like Christmas lights?
We're talking about the strands of Christmas lights.
Okay, so I grew up with, on our Christmas tree, I think we always had like the little ones.
Okay.
But there's something nostalgic about the big ones. And we haven't done that, you and I, but I love that. I love that look. And there's just something about the big ones that is just nostalgic.
100% my answer. 100% my answer. In fact, and tell me if you guys agree with this, like the new big bulbs don't feel as nostalgic. There was something about that color of like the way that the old bulbs were painted and the way the light came through. There was something about an old strand. Now, granted, probably a terrible fire hazard that would burn down your house if you used them today.
And probably did. Many.
It probably did. Condolences if it was one of you. However, there is something so nostalgic. That's exactly the word I would use.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. You ready?
Uh-oh.
This is a big one.
Okay.
Eggnog or cocoa?
Eggnog. During the holiday season. Because I feel like cocoa is like as soon as it starts to get chilly in like October, we can start having the cocoa, and then that goes all the way through like January.
Okay, so this is
eggnog, I think, is like a November, December kind of thing.
This is an important distinction because originally I was like, boy, I love eggnog, but I love cocoa. If we are talking specific to Christmas, specific to Vlogmas this month, I'm going to do eggnog. But to me, over the course of an entire winter, it's cocoa.
Sure.
Okay, so there we go. Wow, we're in agreement.
Peppermint cocoa, probably.
Whew, preach. On top of your tree,
okay.
A star, an angel, a Santa, or a bow. Which would you choose? Do you have a preference?
I think that over the course of our marriage, we've done all of them.
We actually have.
Including Mickey ears.
Every single one of those.
Yep. I don't really have a preference. I like the one we have now.
What is it? Is it Santa?
Santa, and he has like a little list that like unfurls, and it's cute.
And it's funny because the list has names on it. Neither of Adam or Sherri's names on Santa's list on our tree. Whoops.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I want something on the top of the tree, but
I will say my least favorite is a bow.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah, my least favorite is a bow. I think I like a Santa or an angel the best. My favorite tree topper we've ever owned is the Mickey Mouse tree topper, the vintage Mickey that we found here in Florida, where he's holding the two like candle lights. Yeah, that's my favorite tree topper.
I think I agree with you. I think we've done the bow 1 year, and we started with the bow, and then we did like the ribbon like cascading down over the tree, and it was really pretty. But I think the next year we kept the ribbon like in the tree, but we didn't do the bow yet.
Didn't do the bow.
Like, eh.
Yep. Christmas PJs or Christmas sweaters?
Sweaters.
Oh, PJs.
Oh.
Comfy.
Yes.
Comfy Christmas.
Yes, that's true.
That's me.
But I feel like sweaters you can wear more often.
Well, a sweater, you could be your PJ.
True.
Sleep in like an itchy sweater.
Doesn't sound great.
So gross. All right. Classic Christmas cartoon. Rudolph or Frosty?
Rudolph.
Rudolph. And there's one reason.
Why?
Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, wow.
Like Yukon Cornelius. He has the greatest beard of any Christmas person.
I just like Rudolph better. I watch them both every year.
They're both great.
Including Frosty Returns. But yeah, I like Rudolph.
I like Rudolph as well. Rudolph for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. New Christmas movies or classic Christmas movies? And I want to put in new Christmas movies, we're including all of the Hallmark, Lifetime, and Netflix movies.
Oh.
All of those are included in new. None of those are classic.
All right. I'm gonna probably go classic.
Yeah?
I watch more of the new, but I just love the classic. Like, I feel like the classic are classic for a reason, and so those are ones we watch every year.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like the newer Hallmark and Lifetime and whatever I watch, I'll repeat them, but I'm more likely to just try to blow through them.
So here's my problem with this question. I don't know where the line is. Like, for instance, what is Elf considered? New or classic?
I would put it in new.
What is National Lampoon's considered? New or classic? Because when we're talking classic, are we just talking about like It's a Wonderful Life?
When I hear classic, I'm thinking like Turner Classic Movies.
Whew, okay. See, if that's the case, if classic means old, I'm gonna choose new. Because movies,
you like those other.
Because I love Elf, I love National Lampoon's. Now I love It's a Wonderful Life. It is like my go-to nostalgic Christmas movie. I think it's one of the most beautiful, powerful stories. But if that line of classic and new doesn't include Elf, I'm out.
Yeah.
But in the Elf, what's your favorite color? Gotta have it. Sherri, we're on to our last question.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, Christmas lights. We already talked about big bulb, small bulb. We were in agreement on that. But the lights, twinkly lights or constantly on lights?
Well, I probably would go for like the static just because it's a lot of like stimulation for me to have like the constant twinkling, and it stresses me out. On the other hand, I do really love sparkly things.
Yeah.
And so I think that if it's not just like a siren kind of like blinking, it's just like a soft twinkling.
That's like the worst tree ever.
Well,
like
ours does. Like
beacon.
it goes in and out if
Yeah.
you want it to, and that stresses me out. And
Yeah.
so, but if it's like a nice twinkling, maybe the twinkle.
So I'm a constant on person. Now our tree, we love our Christmas tree at home. It can do constantly on. It can do like the fade in, fade out. It can go white. It can go
Switch
multicolored.
between the colors,
Which
Yep.
is awesome. And I would say 95% of the time, our tree is white and always on.
Static.
Like that's kind of exactly what it is. And so to me, I just love the always on. I love the constant glow of it.
Yes.
I love the constant glow of it.
Yes. If I had to pick between them, which I do, I'm gonna go like the constant.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. So friends, those are the questions you guys asked. You guys asked a whole bunch more. A lot of them we've answered in past years. So questions that we've answered lots of times, I actually didn't include in this kind of thing. Are there any questions that surprised you? Any answers that I gave that surprised you?
I don't think you gave any answers that surprised me. Cam's question was a good one.
It is a good question.
That's an interesting question.
In fact, I want to know in the comments down below, this is the question I want to hear your answer to. Again, if you could have every person in the world receive one gift that is valued $15 or below, what would it be? It's such a good question, and it's so funny because I was just like, this book about kindness and life and purpose, and you're just like, water and food.
Well, and here's where my chronic overthinking goes, because
You're thinking of the practical needs of
I'm
people.
thinking the practical needs of people, and not everybody can read.
That's true. And so much of the world is without,
Without
food,
and
access to clean water.
Right. So that's where my brain goes. Like, what is something that everybody in the world needs?
It was so funny
It's
though.
food and water.
Yeah, I know, it was so funny though. Like I wish you would have gone first because I would have totally changed my answer. Because
No, you had a good answer. This is my overthinking brain that I'm just like, everybody in the world, from the gazillionaires to like the poorest people with no access to food and water. Like, what does everybody in the world need?
Food and water, the love of God. It's like Sherri like plays like whatever the trump card is to my answer. She like one-ups me. I love you so much, friends. Thank you so much for those of you guys who answered over on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram, link down below. It's just LeggLife over on Instagram.
Yeah.
Go follow us. We will do more of these videos in the future. We love when you guys ask us questions. It's one of the funnest things because of how creative some of you are.
Yes.
Like, you guys come up with the coolest questions.
Yeah.
So we love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is actually really fun, Sherri, because tomorrow the video is us, Disney Resorts, the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And our LeggLife meetup with all of you guys. So friends, we love you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next LeggLife video.